Hello, Bernie fans. This will probably be our last video, but don't worry, Bernie is just fine. Our household had been followers of Alex the Honking Bird, another charming, ordinary gray cockatiel, and we were saddened when we learned he passed away last April after 24 happy years. I'll put a link to his video in the description. So this year, I decided it was time to honor our very old cockatiel, Bernie, with a few videos. I've had Bernie for over 30 years now, which is very old for a cockatiel. We've grown old together. We're both senior citizens now. He's been such a joy and blessing to me, and I wanted to share him with others via YouTube. I hope he makes you smile. And later in the video, I'm including some helpful tips to keep your birds safe and healthy. I also want to take this opportunity to thank you for all the likes, kind words, and encouragement, along with a special acknowledgement to Michelle, Thomas, Frank, Carla, Julie, as well as the names you see on the screen. I encourage you to visit Happy & Company's channel so you can watch a young cockatiel like Bernie learn to navigate his daily life. I'll put a link to his channel in the description. I wish I had thought of doing so many interesting things with Bernie when he was younger. I got Bernie when he was 8 weeks old. The pet store hand-fed him, so he's very social. That means he deserves to spend quality time out of a cage and be able to interact with other people and pets. Bernie's allowed anywhere in our house, as long as we are there with him. If we have to leave the house, he goes back to his room, where everything is bird-proof. He really doesn't use a cage anymore, unless I have to take him somewhere. Bernie's not quite as active as he used to be, but he's so small he can still get hurt if we aren't careful. We try to find safe, creative ways to include him in our activities, even our own exercises. Cockatiels are pretty smart and curious, so they love to explore. It's important to prepare your home for the bird's safety, as you would for a toddler, for instance, and to shield things that might get destroyed, because cockatiels love to chew. Chewing. They chew paper, jewelry, books, wires, shoelaces, wood, keyboards, weather stripping, just about anything they can fit in their beaks. What to do? Here's my first tip. Aside from putting important items away and out of his reach, there are some things that are necessarily vulnerable, like electric cords and computer cables. Of course, you could throw a cloth over some cords, being careful not to block any circulation vents. For regular electric cords, I use clear plastic tubing. You can find various sizes in the plumbing section of a hardware store. I slice the tubing and wrap it around the visible part of the cord. And there's no way Bernie can chew through that. And for computer cords, I make sure to get the type that has cloth braiding around the cord. Bernie really can't chew through those, and he loses interest quickly. Tip 2. Birds like to chew baseboards and wall corners, a particular problem if you are a renter. If I notice Bernie is drawn to a particular area, I cut out a little clear plastic or acetate, bend it, and double stick tape it to the corner. It protects the wall, and after a while, Bernie loses interest. Tip 3. Birds love cozy places, under furniture, beds, appliances, even in drawers. We always check under our chairs, rolling chairs in the kitchen or the easy chair in the living room. Cockatiels love to park themselves under things, and they might not be able to move fast enough if you get up too quickly. A few years back, we had new kitchen cabinets put in, and Bernie found an opening between a spacer and the toe kick, just big enough for a cockatiel to crawl into. If we hadn't seen him in time, I have no idea how we would have found him or gotten him out of that narrow space. Now we have it blocked off. We give him plenty of cozy boxes to explore, which keeps him out of trouble most of the time. Then there are some general hazards, which require a little common sense and special attention, especially if you have guests in your home. Here's tip 4. Never allow a bird in a room when a ceiling fan is spinning. We always put a sign on the doorknob to warn people so that Bernie doesn't fly in and get injured. We installed an enclosed fan light in our kitchen ceiling that is bird-proof, since Bernie likes to spend most of his time in the kitchen with us. Tip 5. Speaking of kitchens, the burners on a stove can remain hot long after you're done cooking, and some old Teflon pans give off fumes that are toxic. It's best to keep birds away from the stove when cooking. Tip 6. We always look up before closing a door. Although Bernie has a few favorite places, we never know if he's sitting on top of a door or above the refrigerator. And we open doors slowly. We never know if Bernie is waiting for us on the other side. And one final tip, tip 7. Birds have to make split-second decisions when they're flying. So it's wise to have some covering on your windows to prevent them from flying into the glass, especially when they're younger. We use blinds, shears, and window film. They keep outside birds from flying into our windows as well. That's it. That's just a few of the ways we've managed to keep Bernie happy and healthy for so long. I hope his blessings, advice, and wisdom has been helpful to all of you, especially if you care for a pet bird. Continue to be kind to one another. And a big thank you to each and every one of you for including Bernie in your lives. We're very grateful.